All of you, turn camera, sit straight, and first let's do pranayama and dhyanam, then start the class. First, deep exhalation, then deep inhalation. Hold on to the breath as much as possible, and then follow with conscious exhalation. Do all this consciously, focus on the breath. Don't allow the mind to wander anywhere. Focus should be only on the breath and relax your entire physical body and the mind. All turn cameras, many of you not camera on. So, by this process of proper traditional pranayama, one can relax one's mind and also the physical body. And when the mind is quietened, Upanishad mantras recommend that we do dhyanam on the Upanishad pratipaditam, that which is explained by the Upanishads, Brahma Tattvam, through the process of dhyanam or upasana. What is the mantra which says that? Sarvam khalvidam brahma tat jalaniti shanta upasita. It is part of Samavedas Upanishads. It's called Chandogya Upanishad. This rishi who found this mantra recommends or directs us to do dhyanam on the supreme principle, Brahman, after the mind is quietened, Shanta Upasita. That this Brahman is Sarvam Khalvidam. Now you see, you are studying in the 10th chapter. Everything is an aspect of Brahman from a fundamental matter standpoint, and everything is permeated by Brahman as pure consciousness. We have to raise our thought to the supreme principle. Problem is, we get stuck with all the mundane day-to-day activities without recognizing the supreme truth which is present in all aspects of our life. And so, since this is more difficult to comprehend as something that is vast and all pervading, Upanishads also point out that this supreme principle, which is the nature of Sat Chit Ananda Swarupam is present within each of us, through which we are able to cognize everything. That cognition principle is called Brahman. So the mantra says, this Kenopanishad mantra, also from Samaveda. Okay. Bodham bodham pratibodham pratibodha viditam matam amrutatvam hi vindate atmana vindate viryam vidyaya vindate amrutam. So the constant cognition that is happening. Now you see, this cognition is responsible for all our thoughts. Our thoughts go through various aspects, sometimes happy, sometimes sorrowful, sometimes confused, sometimes distress, depression, sometimes not knowing anything, blank. So all this is possible only by cognition, and the underlying cognition principle is supreme consciousness. And so bodham, bodham, pratibodham, that is Brahman, that is your true nature. Pratibodha viditam matam, once you understand this as your true nature and establish yourself about yourself as this supreme reality. That means what? With strong conviction that my own sense organs, mind, intellect, physical body, all thoughts that are coming are actually not connected to me. I am that supreme consciousness, Atman Brahman. And that realization happens and it established in that forever. Amritatvam hi vindate. It bestows upon you immortality. So last class we coined the sentence, knowledge of reality bestows immortality. So Atmana vindate viryam. So this knowledge of Atman, Atmajnanam also gives you tremendous power to face any adversity. You get special capability which no one possesses. What is the greatest knowledge? Anything happens, I am disconnected. That is the greatest knowledge. Looks easy, but difficult to imbibe. So a concentrated Vedanta Shastra is required. Atmana vindate viryam, vidyaya vindate amritam. This realization, this transformation, internalization of this knowledge of Brahman as Atman, my own true nature, bestows upon you immortality even after the physical body perishes. So, such a wonderful truth that Bhagavan is explaining us through the 10th chapter. Let's study further. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha Hari Om. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषये भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्ते नमः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः अपार करुणा सिंधुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणं श्रीचन्द्रशेखर गुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम् ओम. All on cameras, chant Em Brahma loudly. Em Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Dimyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadair Gayanti Yam Samagaha ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः ओम श्री कृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम श्रीभगवानुवाच तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमज्ञानजं तमः नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थः ज्ञानदीपेन भास्वता ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितम् न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानम् प्रकाशयति तत्परम् यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं तमाहुः पण्डितं बुधाः Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Very good. So now from this class onwards, we will chant the 5 shlokas related to the matter principle. We are chanting 6 shlokas with respect to the consciousness principle. Raja Sagar has wonderfully put it. Very nice. I didn't even tell him, but he has taken the initiative. All of you copy, paste that, keep it in record, print it. So we'll chant these 5 shlokas. Very important. And how to not get entangled in the word also is presented in these slokas. Let's chant these what 5 shlokas. Sri Bhagawanuvacha Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mame Bahe Prapadyante Mayametam Taranti Te Ananyas-chintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam mahamyaham mattah parataram nanyate kinchidasti dhananjaya mayi sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva ईश्वर सर्वभूतानां हृद्देशेऽर्जुन तिष्ठति भ्रामयन् सर्वभूतानि यन्त्रारूढानि मायया श्रीगौडपादाचार्य उवाच प्रपञ्चो यदि विद्येत निवर्तेत न संशयः मायामात्रमिदं द्वैतम् अद्वैतं परमार्थतः ॐ शान्तिः 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 अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता दशमोऽध्यायः विभूतियोगः ॐ नारायणः परो व्यक्तात् अण्डमं व्यक्तसम्भवम् अण्डस्यान्तस्ति मे लोकाः तप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी ॐ. So I'll chant shloka number 6, which will end in the last class. Shri Bhagawanuvacha Maharshaya Sapta Purve Chatvaro Manavastatha Madbhava Manasa Jataha Esham Loka Imah Prajaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hardam Swagatam, hearty welcome. The next session on the most wonderful, glorious chapter, 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. What is the name of the 10th chapter? Don't forget, Vibhuti Yoga. So, the orientation or the goal of the 10th chapter is to make you recognize Bhagavan in all aspects of our life, as I told you. Why should we do that? the recommendation in the 9th chapter, the last sloka, what did Bhagavan say? Manmana bhava madbhaktaha madhyaji mam namaskuru. Constantly orient towards Bhagavan. Keep Bhagavan as the ultimate goal. So what you go on focusing on continuously, that will become a reality over a period of time. Very important. Yadbhavam tadbhavati. So if your goal is Bhagavan, then you should be able to orient your thought towards Bhagavan constantly. And so we have to focus on the supreme principle. But what is happening? So far, our knowledge about Bhagavan is limited to only one place, either a puja room or a temple or some place. And we think Bhagavan is there. You go there and pray and get whatever you want. Bhagavan is more a person who will help you achieve what you want in life. Bhagavan is a means. Bhagavan is not the end. Understand? So from there, the focus is shifted to the study of Upanishads and Vedanta to understand that this Bhagavan, whom you are personalizing as one idol or some kind of pratima, is that we are restricting to one place, is actually very, very limited knowledge. The limited form of Bhagavan is the limited knowledge of Bhagavan, the supreme principle, Ishvara Tattvam. And that Ishvara is equal to what? Brahman plus Maya. Write down Para Prakriti plus Apara Prakriti. And so Bhagavan now comes out of the puja room and spreads all over the universe. It's as if like your knowledge. Your knowledge is taking Bhagavan out of your puja room, and so you start remembering Bhagavan everywhere. And so the slokas we are chanting, the second set of 5 slokas, extremely powerful, extremely important for us to remember. As we know that Jnanam is ultimate, and we chanted the first 6 slokas to establish in Jnanam how to practically handle the world, because world is constantly touching us continuously in various ways. How to handle it? To handle that are these 5 slokas. So Bhagavan says, Mattah parataram nanyate kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana. What a wonderful shloka. Everything is an aspect of Bhagavan, and everything is all what? Held together by the supreme principle Brahman. The question will be asked, everything is Bhagavan. How is there so many problems in the world? So many, impurity, dirt, and everything. Correct? As I told you, the fundamental matter principle in which the 3 gunas are there. Trigunatnikam Maya is in perfect balance and doesn't have any impurity in totality. The moment the ahankaram comes, each one puts I, me, myself, and start doing activities, the same matter principle turns into multifarious things. Yes or no? Is matter, is singular, infinite? Is infinite. So all these are different, variations, and all the variations are because the variations of what? The Rajas, Tamas, and Sattvam, 3 gunas in various proportions, no, then manifest themselves in various forms. And so all the things that you see, whether it is good or bad, great or small, all are aspects of the modifications of Maya. So please understand, the fundamental matter is Maya. That is Ishvara Tattvam. And so how not to get entangled in this Maya? So Bhagavan is already told. The same Maya is present in our mind as Ajnanam, Avidya. I told you Maya is totality. It is Samashti Swarupam, Vyashti individually. How does Maya affect us? As what? Avidya. Very good. Ajnanam, Avidya. Again, good. We should be on the topics. Quite tough. You have to be, focus on the subject. Then we understand this. Simply studying, this 10th chapter, I am that, I am this, of no use. You should be able to raise your thought, the Supreme being present everywhere. And so, how to get rid of avidya? You have to be very careful. We always surrendering to God, Ananyas Chintayanto Mam, and have the thought that Advaitam Paramarthataha, the entire world of Dvaitam is Maya. So, with these 5 guiding slokas should be in the back of the mind when you study the 10th and the 11th chapter, especially. So, Bhagavan, in explaining that everything is a manifestation of the fundamental matter principle Maya, first focused on the subtle aspects of matter. What are the subtle aspects of matter? Aspects related to our mind, our intellect, our qualities. No? All those things. And so many aspects Bhagavan has mentioned. How many did we count? I think 24 or something. Should have the number. Somebody can put the number. How many aspects Bhagavan mentioned in shlokas 4 and 5? Buddhijna, buddhijnana masamohaha, ahimsa samata tushtihi. 20. Okay, Atana is in the calculation. Very good. Now, having explained that, Bhagavan also wanted to say not only the subtle aspect, but even the gross physical bodies are also born out of Bhagavan's mind. Please understand. The way Bhagavan creates beings is not like other beings creating their progeny. Are you getting the point? It is from the mind, from the tapas shakti of the mind. I told you in Mundaka Mantram, what is that? Tapasa chiyate brahma tatonnamabhijayate. So, by pure tapas, the mental power, the beings are created. So, Bhagavan says that highest creations he wants to mention. Then the lower creations happen from these higher creations. Yes or no? Once you create the fundamental human beings, then after that, care of individuals. So that is why Bhagavan says, seven great sages. Who are the seven great sages? Sapta Maharishis. The names of these rishis are there in your ebook. Can you look at the ebook? As I told you, before creation of the seven, in the order of creation, before the seven great Maharishis were created, the four Brahmarishis were created. Who are the four Brahmarishis? Can you look at page number 6 of your ebook? Simultaneously study that. Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara. So, four great Brahma Rishis who didn't take to Pravritti Margam. They are not like us getting into the world. When they were born, they said, no, 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 we don't want to get into the world. Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mamamaya Duratyaya Mamevaye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. They went away. But what happened? We didn't get that knowledge. So we are like now the Sapta Rishis, Maharishis were all around us. I told you they were involved in the world, also focusing on supreme truth. One set of no seven rishis as told in one Purana. So there are 3, 4 Puranas which talk about the seven Maharishis in different aspects. We will use the one that we normally use. Atri, Bhrigu, Kutsa, Vasishta, Gautama, Kashyapa, Angya, Rasa, Rishayaha, which we all chant. All people doing Sandhya Vandanam, you chant the seven rishis every day. What a great opportunity. If you do Sandhya Vandanam, you're going to take the no, Vandanam course next. Every day remembering these rishis. And remember these rishis, you also get their blessings. This blessings of rishis is something very divine, which is very subtle, it is not very objective. Only who is connected to them in this way, constantly remembering, at least during the Sandhya Vandanam, you will know how much more power you will get. So you're all blessed to be born in a no kind of community lifestyle where constantly we're able to connect to Bhagavan. So these seven Maharishis were also created, who then went into Pravritti Margam. And then to ensure order in the universe and also proper rule. Because see, I told you Bhagavan is the biggest delegator. He doesn't do everything himself. He doesn't come and control everything. Controlling aspects through what? A very, very ideal king or ideal ruler along with Dharma Shastram was given to the Manus. The Manus are the rulers of the universe for a particular period of time called Manvantara. Write down. One Manvantara. Go back to calculation. That's why the each chapter was given. Manu Antaram is Manvantaram. One Manu rules the universe for 71 Chaturyugas. What is 71 Chaturyugas? 71 into 43.2 lakh years. So each one rules for these number of Chaturyugas. And so 14 Manvantaras. Then you can calculate. So these 14 Manvantaras are ruled by these 14 Manus. And what are the names of the Manus? Swayambhu Manu. Look at all the names given here. Sarochisha Manu. Then Uttama Manu. Tapasa Manu. Raibata Manu. Chakshusha Manu. Vaivasvata Manu. You should actually underline that. Vaivasvata Manu is to be underlined. We are in this Manvantara ruled by Vaivasvata Manu. We say no. Vaivasvata Manvantare Ashtavimshati Tame Kali Yuge Prathame Pade. We say no. So Adya Brahmanaha. Write down today meaning. Dvitiyapararadhe Shvetavaraha Kalpe. So from the creation, second half, Dvitiyapararadhe Shvetavaraha Kalpe. It's a kalpa. One kalpa is 1 day of life of Brahma. Remember that? All the number, don't forget. Huh? It is Shvetavaraha Kalpa. Then kalpa's got a name. Then Vaivasvata Manvantare Ashtavimshati Tame. That means what? 28 cycles are over. Ashtavimshati, then Kali Yuge Prathame Pade. So that is Vaivasvata Manu. Then Savarni Manu. Okay. Then Daksha Savarni Manu. Then Brahma Savarni Manu. Dharma Savarni Manu. Rudra Savarni Manu. Deva Savarni Manu. And Indra Savarni Manu. All are Savarni with the prefix. Okay. Anyway, so remember, don't forget which Manu is our overall ruler now of the entire, not only our India or US or one Bhulokam. Entire universe is governed by, very good, Vaivasvata Manu. Okay. So connected to sun. So Vivasvasya idam Vaivasvatam. So also there is a king called Manu who was born in the Surya Vamsham. Before Sri Ramachandra was born in hereditary, if you go back, the first king in the Surya Vamsham was Manu. So write down today one very nice sloka. Enna? Ken. Kalidasa, when beginning, what? Raghuvamsham mentioned, because he is such a brilliant person, he will not leave anything. He will mention everything. And he wrote a wonderful sloka in Raghuvamsham. Write down. Vaivasvato Manurnama Mananiyo Manishinaha Asin Mahikshitam Asit Pranavas Chandasamiva. So, just like Omkara is the greatest mantra among all the Veda mantras, Manu was the greatest among all the kings, well respected by everybody. Mananiyo Manishinaha. So, so that great king, from that only the entire order has come. As long as you follow all the, very good. So our Ajay Sagar has put the sloka also. Write down. Also, it's a very nice sloka. Try and commit to memory. So Vaivasvato Manurnama Mananiyo Manishinam Asin Mahikshitam Adyaha. Right at the beginning. What? Pranavas Chandasam Iva. I said, the last part of every sloka of Kalidasa will have a what? Simile. Just like Pranamaha, Omkara is the greatest among all the Chandasam. Here Chandasam means all the Veda mantra. Similarly, Manu was the greatest king, well respected by everybody. Vaivasvata Manu. Remember that. So all the Manus were also born out of Brahmaji's mental power. So when Bhagavan says my power means what? Delegated to Brahmaji. Please understand that. Brahma is an aspect of Bhagavan, of the supreme principle. And so their progenies, after Manu then created, then everything followed from there. And so entire world is nothing but now what? The origination is from the mind of Bhagavan. That is why we say the entire creation in a way is like Bhagavan's mind. So I tell you, how do you understand that the world itself is only seemingly real? not absolutely real. Just like we create our world with the mind during dream, our understanding, Bhagavan is creating the entire universe with his mind. So, in a way, some poets say the entire world is a dream of Bhagavan. So, should it be real or unreal? That is why that shloka I given you. Prapancho yadi vidyeta nivarteta na samshayaha maya matramidam dvaitam advaitam paramarthataha. Now let me ask you a simple question. In the dream, which is the only reality? Let me see whether you will answer. What is the only reality? Write down. Dream is not the reality. The dreamer is the reality. Write down. In a dream, so when you are normal situation in the dream, the dreamer is the reality. The dream is unreal. But when you are in dream, what? The dream is reality. So when you wake up, what do you understand? The dreamer continues to remain. The dream goes away, yes or no? Will the dream come along with you when you wake up? But the dreamer is still there. So the greatest reality, the absolute reality is the dreamer. Similarly, the entire world may be seemingly real, but who is the universal dreamer here? So called Ishvara Tattvam is ever real. So they're all very nice Vedantic principles for you to understand. So these five shlokas you commit to memory and keep on reminding yourself every day how to know that everything is an aspect of Bhagavan and various ways because of the change in proportion, they have got different aspects which affect you. How not to be affected by constant remembrance of Bhagavan, focusing on the ultimate truth. So now look at the Padavibhaga Anvaya for shloka number 6. Maharshayaha Sapta Purve. Each one is independent word. Okay. Chatvaraha Manavaha Tatha. The word Manu itself means born of Manaha. So from the mind, the person is born. So the person is called Manu. Please understand that. Okay. Even the word man, as is the mind, so is the man. See, everything is connected. Huh? Manavaha tatha madbhavaha manasaha jataha esham lokaha. Loke. Here, loke. Independent word. Esham loke imaha prajaha. So write down, it is loke. Saptami vibhakti. So in the world. When you put ikaram, the ikaram vanishes. Now look at the Anmaya. You got the words? Okay, very good. Now as I told you, Chukraveko. Guruji will say, that is why everyone then you feel like sleeping. Please you will start doing some mathematics should keep you active, or if it is very complex, it will put you to sleep. So it's very simple mathematics. So you can be active. Sapta Maharshayaha. Now you should connect now. Which number should be connected to which person or category is very important. That's why Anmaya is very important. Sapta should be connected to Maharshayaha. Maharshayaha, Sapta is Sapta Maharshayaha. Next. Purve Chatvaraha. So Purve should be connected to Chatvaraha. Write in bracket Brahma Rishayaha. Clear? That was Sapta Maharshayaha. Chatvaraha, write in bracket, Brahma Rishayaha. That means Chatvaraha means what? 4. That should be connected to Brahma Rishis. Sapta means what? 7 should be connected to Maharishis. Are you making notes? Clear? It's all there in your ebook. Write down in Sanskrit or whatever against the 4. Chatvaraha Brahma Rishayaha. Then Sapta Maharshayaha. Tatha Manavaha. Manavaha. Bahuvachana for Manu. Manavaha. Write down 14. Chaturdasha Manavaha. 14 Manus. Right in bracket. Okay. 14 is there. No count you see, no? So your number is put. Our team has done a wonderful job. 4 sages who took sannyasa lifestyle. They are called what? Brahma Rishis, Nivritti Margam. Everything is there in front of you. 7 sages. Sapta Rishis who took the household, Grihastha, like all of us. Pravritti Margam. Then the 14 Manus, which you are mentioning now. So 14 Manus, all the names are mentioned. Tatha Manavaha. So once again going back to the Anvaya again. Sapta Maharshayaha. Purve Chatvara. Purve means the earlier. That means what? First people who came were the Brahma Rishis. Chatvaraha. Bracket. What's it in bracket? Chatvaraha. Just now I told. Somebody can put in the chat box. I'm seeing whether you follow. Brahma Rishayaha. Very good. Follow. Very. So very. So nobody will say internet. All these people don't know this. Chatvaraha Brahma Rishayaha. Tatha Manavaha. Chaturasha Manavaha. So that also you note down. What are they? Madbhavaha. Esham Prajaha. Imaha. Loke Jataha. Manasaha. Clear? Anvaya is clear? Should I repeat? The last part? Or is it clear? Now underline 2 words. Madbhavaha and Manasaha. They appear to be next to each other. Madbhava Manasa Jataha. But Madbhavaha should be connected to the Maharishis, the 7 Maharishis, 4 Brahma Rishis, and the 14 Manus. And Manasaha should be connected to Esham Prajaha Imaha Loke Jataha. Clear? Now you see, that is why the Anvaya is done like that. Now let us understand the meaning through the Anvaya. Sapta Maharshayaha. 7 great Maharishis. Oh, even in Sanskrit, the moment you say Rishi means the word indicates number 7. In our no tradition, Maharishi means 7 Maharishis. Clear? So, Sapta Maharshayaha, 7 great sages, names are given already, one category. Why Bhagavan is mentioning them? These are the greatest among all human creations, among living beings, the greatest other than gods. Gods are created later, that's okay. Or no, by Bhagavan, how you, that's a different aspect. But here, whom we can connect. So the 7 great Maharishis. Then Purve, before the 7 great Maharishis, Chatvaraha Brahmarishaya, the 4 great Brahmarishis. What is the difference between Brahmarishi and Maharishis? Quickly. Brahmarishis did not take to Pravritti Margam. Immediately went away to what? Like, just like they say, that is why we say Shuka. You all know, read Bhagavatam, right? First shloka of Bhagavatam is about Shuka Brahmarishi. So, so Vyasacharya is saying the boy immediately after being born, immediately becomes big 7, 8 year old and then starts running away from the father and the world. And then the father is running behind the boy. Oh no, don't run away. Please, 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 come, don't go away. Okay. So in the Kali Yugam or Dwapara Yugam, end of Dwapara Kali Yugam, the Brahmarishi is Shuka Brahmarishi, we say. So connect them with the 4 earlier Maharishis. Purve Chatvaraha, Tatha Manavaha, and all the 14 Manus. All said and done, none of us are going to sannyasam and run away, right? We need a proper world. And if you have to live means what? If you discipline, if the traffic is always disorder, some places you go, they show in the TV or in films, traffic goes, you get fed up, right? There should be some law and order. What? Good people should prosper, wicked people should be punished. There should be proper set of rules to follow. Somebody has to do all those things, no? The world order has to be established. Think about it. All that is presented to you today, you're enjoying. Go back. And creation is an all this has been systematic. Bhagavan has done everything and given you. All we need to do is live a proper life, study Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, never know you get time and get moksham. That we don't want to do. Huh? Keep on complaining about so many things. Everything is established already. So the Manus or the kings to establish the right order. And that's why Manu Dharma Shastram also is mentioned as one of the kings during the what Surya Vamsham. That king has created that for the benefit of human beings. So the 14 Manus, they all what? Madbhava, who possess my nature. Means what? They are all born out of the power of Bhagavan, and Bhagavan's mind is being manifested as these great rishis and Manus. Now, what is the next? Yesham Prajaha, and whose progeny? Whose progeny? Should we take Brahma Rishi's progeny? Be careful. Sapta Maharishi's progeny, and typically the Manus. Manus, no progeny is what? Yesham Prajaha, whose progeny? Prajaha means people, progeny. Imaha are these. Bhagavan is showing. You seeing, no? Are these loke in the world? So that's why the Upanishad mantra says, okay, Praja cha swadhyaya pravachane cha prajanascha swadhyaya pravachane cha manushancha swadhyaya pravachane cha. All this is mentioned. So it is a bounden duty of all people who do not take to sannyasam to get married and have children. That is dharmam. Unless you are one of the superior souls who can focus only on nivritti margam, if you want to be individual, then you should focus as to Vedanta and Jnanam. If you are neither focusing on Vedanta nor on proper family life, your life will be miserable. Please understand. This is the right order established by Dharma Shastras. Anybody has got two opinions or doubts, please understand this is the way of life. So, imaha Yesham Prajaha. That's why Bhagavan is pointing out. You should have kept all the people he told whose progeny. Very important. Yesham Prajaha Imaha. The world, Imaha Loke, or these in the world Loke. Jataha. Jataha means are born. How? Manasaha. Of my mind. Bracket they put. Mama Manasaha. Through my mind. That means what? They are all born out of Bhagavan. So it's all a poetical way of explaining that entire manifestation is from the power of the mind. You understand the power of mind? Thoughts, right? Write down. Thoughts are nothing but different sound waves. Sound waves are extremely powerful. So tapas shakti we say. How did people get a lot of power by doing tapas? Just like when you focus the light that is dispersed through a lens and focus it on something, the same light can become heat and burn something. The mind that is totally disarrayed, you focus, bring it, ekagra chittam, deep thinking, deep thought on a single principle, supreme principle, and focus on continuously, you develop tremendous mental power. That mental power can do many things. As you evolve the mental power of the mental, the journey of mental power, so many things is possible. People get knowledge about other things, other worlds, other people, what is going to happen, then even creation, everything is possible when the mind is extremely powerful. So everything is the aspect of Bhagavan's mind. So in a way, even the Upanishad mantra says in Ram Ram Subbu, so kamayata bahusyam praja yeti satapo tapyata tatapastaptva idagum sarvamasrijata yedidam kincha tat srishtva tadeva nupravishat Tadanu Pravishya. So I will release the Taittiriya Upanishad. My website is getting ready almost. All these mantras are explained verbatim, word by word. Padavibhaga, Anvaya, all the meanings. But the overall meaning I'll tell you. So, as if it was the supreme principle which thought Saha Akamayata. So desired what? Bahusyam prajayeti. Let me become plentiful. Alone, one person is what? If you are alone, you are scared or not? What? Sometimes, no? In this mantra in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Brahmaji, it seems, was first created. Like a joke, you see. Bhagavan created Brahmaji and say, you go and manage yourself. Brahmaji was doing tapas alone. Oh, he got scared. So only created many people. Mantra is saying, I'm not saying. So that's why you have people around so that you're not getting scared, right? So, but we don't understand. If there is no one else, from what will you fear? If nothing else other than you, can there be any fear? But that knowledge we don't have, right? So another part of Upanishad mantra, Ram Subud says, Dvitiyadvai bhayam bhavati. Another person only some possibility of no fear is there. So how see? Alone also is a problem. Many also is a problem. So what is the only gati? Bhagavan is the only gati. That's why Ananyas Chintayanto Mam. Don't forget Bhagavan. So all these are born of Bhagavan's mind. So there are all the Upanishads talk about creation and many ways. Some talk about the systematic process, like what in Taittiriya Upanishad, what does it say? Tasmadva etasmad atmana akasha sambhutaha akashad vayuhu vayu ragni agni and then oshadhi bhyonnam annat purushaha. So like that Chandogya talks about a particular way, Brihadaranyaka talks all. So basically understand that there is a system. The creation is a very orderly fashion. It is not disorderly. That's what Bhagavan wants to mention. So why? Because the world is what you're interacting. The world that you're interacting with has been created in a very orderly fashion. And all of them have got what aspect of Bhagavan? In what way? As matter principle, fundamental Maya. As existence principle, the Brahma Tattvam. So, this creation, which is not something done with a lot of effort. See, now if you have to create something, again, you have to create a car, create a table, create a TV, create a mobile, create beings. We require a lot of effort, yes or no? But how does Bhagavan create the whole universe? Effortlessly, just by simply thinking, just by the thought. And also, what is the beauty? The one that is sustaining the entire universe is not connected to the matter principle. Remember, contactless sustenance. Nachamatthani bhutani. So don't forget, all those things you learned in the 7th and 9th should be connected here to understand shloka number 7. Shloka 7, very important shloka in the 10th chapter to study now. So 6 is understood properly. 6 shloka about the manifestation of the physical forms. 4 and 5 is manifestation in subtle forms, then the gross forms. Now you see what is the net total of all these things. The total of all these shlokas is not the 4 no Maharishis are there, no Brahma Rishis are there, 7 Sapta Maharishis, all those things, that is secondary. The main point is shloka number 7, most important. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Etam Vibhutim Yogam Cha Mamayo Veti Tattvataha सोविकम्पेन योगेन युज्यते नात्र संशयः.
श्रीभगवानुवाच एतां विभूतिं योगं च मम यो वेत्ति तत्त्वतः सोविकम्पेन योगेन युज्यते नात्र संशयः.
Very good. All of us together. Very important shloka. So don't forget this shloka. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Etam Vibhutim Yogam Cha Mama Yo Vetti Tattvataha Sovikampena Yogena Yujyate Natra Samshayaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This shloka pretty much summarizes the Vibhuti Yoga. Later, everything is nothing but an expansion of this shloka. So Bhagavan says that what happens normally, you look at the world, you read about things and get lost in the process, right? You're not able to understand the reality behind all that is happening. You're not able to pierce through the mere physical presence and the quality, yes or no? The Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasagandham that is there. Shabda means the sound, Parsham the form, name, color, the qualities, all that drag your mind away. So you are not able to understand the reality behind the existence of everything. So Bhagavan says, a select few people will strive and understand the reality behind this. There is a reality behind the manifestation of the universe. And that reality, Bhagavan categorizes into two. Write down. In fact, to be frank, nobody explained this sloka properly till now. I've seen the last more than 3 decades. So you at least learn properly. So there is a reality that is there when you actually pierce through the physical existence. They are said as Vibhuti and Yogam. Write down two aspects. Vibhuti and Yogam. What is Vibhuti? Visheshena Bhutihi. The various multifarious manifestations of one fundamental matter principle manifesting as many is Bhagavan Vibhuti. Write down. Clear? That is Vibhuti. That's all the entire chapter is about. Then there is Yogam. What is a Yogam? Special power. What is special power? All these entities are actually held together, sustained by one principle, which is not connected with any of them. The container normally gets influenced by the contained. You remember all the principles that we discussed earlier? If I put water into a utensil, even if I pour all the water out, the water will still stick. The container is always contaminated by the contained or smeared with the contained. In this case, the universal container is what? Brahman, the supreme principle, contains everything, is a supporter of everything, but is totally in a way disconnected or not smeared by anything. Are you understanding this? Thought. That is the power. Yoga Maya. So it's called Yoga Maya. So this is the power of Bhagavan. So two aspects, the multifarious manifestations and their sustenance through a contactless sustenance principle are two aspects of Bhagavan's glory. So please understand the glory and the power, Vibhuti and Yogam. Now, what is the initial thing I told you? One who is able to understand this. How can you understand? Only with systematic study Vedanta Shastra. So, who studies Vedanta Shastra understands what? Sarvam khalvidam brahma tajjal nishantam upasita. So, what? Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Really understands what tattvataha in reality. Very important. This tattvataha came earlier. In fact, for you, it's come later in the 18th chapter, but you have learned it earlier. What is loka? Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan nischasmi tattvataha tato mam tattvato jnatva vishate tadanantaram. There also Bhagavan pointed out tattvataha, no, the reality of Bhagavan. From pure conscious standpoint, here Bhagavan is saying this manifestation as multifarious matter and the sustenance principle, know that to be me. That is the real Bhagavan, real supreme Ishvara Tattvam. So one who understands this very clearly, what is going to happen to that person? That person will no longer be scared of the universe. Will be scared. Will be scared of the universe when you know that everything is actually Bhagavan's aspect, seemingly real, actually no reality. So anything happening in the world should neither be a source of too much of extreme what excitement or happiness, nor should anything be a source of disappointment or distress. Are you getting the point? So that is how when you understand all this, automatically your mind will become very calm. So Bhagavan says this person is blessed, blessed with unshaken knowledge. So this is called doubtless knowledge. What is the doubtless knowledge? Maya matram idandvaitam advaitam paramarthataha. Well, it's easy to say in our class, correct? Class, everything looks fine. Everything's fine. Moment to leave the class and go to the world, what is Advaitam? What is Paramarthataha? The whole world is a lot of problems affecting me morning to night. So many kinds of problems. Yes or no? So this contrasting pulls and pressure will continue so long as you're not keeping up with your daily anushtanam, karma, puja, japa, continue keep on doing it. So irrespective of anything happening around, don't miss your nitya karma and naimti karma. Very, very, very important. Keep on doing it. The only way the mind will attain this kind of what wisdom over a period of time after studying the Vedanta Shastras, both are required. Either already prepared, done n number of janmas, all the karma properly as karma yoga, then upasana, then sit in this janma for Vedanta Shastra. Immediately you will get jnanam. As Guruji, the teacher will say, Tattvamasi. You say, Aham Brahmasmi. It's happening. Okay, so far at least you are appreciating. So continue this. And the only way is to be connected with Bhagavan through all our actions, Nitya Karma, everything. So once you get this knowledge, you will be blessed with this unshaken knowledge. That means for doubtless knowledge. Once you get Brahma Jnanam, your knowledge not only with respect to the world, what is this? No, Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara will be doubtless. Anything happening in the world, you will not have any doubt. Somebody will say, how did this person became president? How did this person become prime minister? Why this is happening? That is happening. Right? You ask the question or not? You're also going to ask the question shortly both in India, US, everywhere, right? The question is going to come. So what is the answer for a Jnani? Jnani says, in all the Maya, this is also on Maya. Anything can happen. So for me, as long as it's something important to you for your activities, somewhere you see whether you can do it correctly, people you are connected, you tell things correctly, do things correctly. That's all you can do. Don't take unnecessary too many things into your head. In Kannada, we'll say, Tumba tale hachkombeda. Clear? Don't take too much in the head. Be very focused, laser sharp focus on what you need to do, what you need to achieve. And this goal of Supreme Brahmagyan is what you should focus. Easier said than done, right? Every now and then you want to see what is happening there. Gossip, this you get into. Why? Because you are not able to focus continuously on this. So the Upanishad mantra says, one who gets this kind of knowledge, Brahmajnanam, what kind of doubtless, supreme knowledge person is bestowed. Write down. Bhidyate hridaya granthihi bhidyante sarva samshayaha क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि tasmin drishte paravare. Special mantra, wonderful mantra. No other mantra in all the Upanishads talks about this particular aspect. Tasmin drishte paravare. That means what? Parajnanam means knowledge of absolute reality. That is the supreme conscious principle. Avarajnanam, avara means the lower principle. Oh, this mantra points who understands both the para prakriti and apara prakriti, Brahman and Maya, in a way, very clearly, is blessed with what? Bhidyate hridaya grantihi, established in doubtless knowledge. Chidyante sarva samshayaha, no doubt, no worries. Hridaya grantihi vidyate, kshiyante chasya karmani. No more, no karma will affect the person. So Bhagavan is saying is blessed with unshaken knowledge. And so, sir, I have got doubt, sir, whether I will get doubtless knowledge. Bhagavan is saying, I am saying there should be no doubt in this. See, Bhagavan is saying you will get doubtless knowledge. What is happening again? I am doubting whether I will get doubtless knowledge. So Bhagavan himself is saying, don't have any doubt about this, that you will get doubtless knowledge. எல்லாமே டவுட்ல தான் இருக்கு பாருங்க. Bhagavan is saying there is no doubt that this person will be established in doubtless, unshaken knowledge. Because this doubt is the biggest problem, right? Yes or no? Whatever you may say, okay, फिर भी we'll start like that. In Kannada, I'll say, ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ என்ன அப்படி இருந்தாலும் okay, all this is fine. Even then we will come, no? That even then when you start pulling means what happens? There is a doubt. So Bhagavan is saying doubtless knowledge, unshaken knowledge, clear knowledge, absolute clarity, the person will get. In that aspect, you should not have any doubt. Understand? So Bhagavan actually says, Samshayatma vinashyati. Very important word. See, you can have a point of view, maybe right or wrong, but constantly doubting everything, every step, every action, everybody is very, very dangerous. It will lead you to misery. So doubt has to be removed. That's why we say Tadviddhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. Go to a learned person, clear your doubts, establish in this unshaken knowledge. Bhagavan is affirming, because we always doubt, no, even Bhagavan's words there will be doubt. Otherwise, should Bhagavan repeat this? If Bhagavan says something, you should accept, right? Bhagavan is underlining. In this aspect, there should be no doubt. So let's look at Padavi Bhagan. Yeah, is it so? Let's see. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yaha veti tatvataha. Most important word. See, Bhagavan has not all your manifestations in all the mealy. No, you go to a mela and get caught in the mealy, right? They say. So tatvataha should not be forgotten. Tatvataha saha avikampena. Vikampa means always shaking. No? Avikampa means absolutely no shaking, unshaken. Avikampena yogena yujyate na atra samshayaha. Clear? 14 or 15? Some people are saying 14, some people are saying 15. So let us do Anvaya and see. Right now. Saha. Where is the word saha? Saha avikampena. From there, saha should be no borrowed. Third padam, first word. Saha. Yaha. So yaha saha is a pair. Saha means that person. Yaha means whosoever. So saha yaha tatvataha veti. Etam vibhutim cha yogam mama. 9. Clear? First group. Second group. Yujyate avikampena yogena na samshayaha atra. Looks like 15. Correct? Anvaya is clear? Shall I should do Anvaya? PVA team. Anvaya is clear? Okay, clear, very good. Now look at the individual meaning. Saha, that person. So here it is pullingam, but you can take sa. This is pullingam, that's not important. That person, yaha, whosoever the person may be. What is the only criteria? Tatvataha veti. Tatvataha veti, not general knowledge, not my own knowledge, my own re-engineered knowledge, my own art knowledge, or my own inner engineered knowledge. No. Tattvataha veti. Understand the reality, real knowledge through study of Vedanta Shastras. That is called Tattvajnanam. Tattvajnanartha darshanam. So the Tattvajnanam is important. About what? About Ishvara, Jagat, and Jiva. Ishvara, Jagat, Jiva all have one important commonality. What is that? Maya is present in everything. And there's only one Brahman which is beyond Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. That is the Supreme Satchidananda Swarupam, who understands. Once Maya comes, what happens? Element of absolute reality goes away, and what happens? Relative reality sets in. So when Bhagavan says, one who knows really means what? One who knows that everything is only what? Relatively real. The knowledge of reality means one should know what is absolute reality and relative reality. And how does it happen? It happens etam vibhutim cha yogam. This happens through what? Bhagavan's vibhuti, the glory, the power of manifestation into many, and yogam, the power to sustain them through a common sustenance principle. So, etam vibhutim, this glory, cha yogam, and power. This glory and power. Some people become very glorious without any power. Some people have got a lot of power, but they don't get glory. Yes or no? Have you seen that? Some people have got a lot of power. Say, I got so much, nobody knows me. Some people are very glorious. They say, why are they respecting me? I have nothing. Even then, no? He'll boost some people who don't have anything, right? So it's not like that. Here, Bhagavan has got both glory and power. Of whom? Of mine. Mama. So what is Bhagavan saying? He or that person who really knows in essentiality the glory and power of mine. Of mine means what here? Right on Ishvara Tattvam, not Krishna Paramatma. And the way this Ishvara Tattvam, this glory and power is explained with the equation I have given you. Ishvara is equal to what? Brahman plus Maya. The Maya is Vibhutim and Yogam is Brahman. Clear? So, Brahma, that's how you understand Ishvara Tattvam of mine. Yujyate. It means what is bestowed, is blessed with what? Avikampena yogena. So now we get some knowledge. After some time, we doubt that knowledge. And also we forget that. Right? Sometimes somebody says something. Initially, you seem to understand, okay, it is okay. But after some time, okay, something is wrong, right? This knowledge is not like that. Bhagavan says, with unshaken knowledge. What is unshaken knowledge? Write down. There is only one reality, which is Brahman. That is called what? Advaitam. That is Paramarthaha. That is the higher absolute reality. Whatever is happening in terms of interactions, in terms of whatever you are able to feel, smell, taste, everything, all that is happening, affecting you physically, mentally, is Dvaita Prapancham. That is Maya. Maya Matramidam Dvaitam Advaitam Paramarthataha. If Gaudapada should say with such clarity, ne, Rajendran sir, like that there are 100 such what? Karikas. If you read that and understand that, integrate that, you will have no doubt. Otherwise, always 50-50. I'm not sure. You say unreal, but everything is actually affecting me. Will be there. So, unshaken knowledge. In that, there should be no doubt. That you will be established in doubtless knowledge. Na samshayaha. There should be no doubt atra in this. Clear? So Bhagavan has set a very good pedestal and platform. What should be the goal? My goal should be to get this unshaken, doubtless knowledge about Advaita Tattvam. So whatever happens in the world due to Dvaitam and all the things, whether it is what physical, no entities or some other form of subtle energies like no thoughts, feelings, people don't respond. So many problems you got, right? Behavior of people, characters of people, correct? The way they interact with you, that's what creates more tension and pressure for us, correct? So sometimes even a car getting accident is not a big thing. Somebody actually breaking your mind, no, not listening to you or whatever, no, affecting it's more problematic. So you should understand all that is part of what? One big bucket. What? Maya matram idam dvaitam. If you can put it into that, rest assured, focus on what you need to do. You will attain Brahma Jnanam, this unshaken knowledge in this life itself. Let's pray to Bhagavan to get this knowledge in this life itself. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsate. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu. Samasta Sanmangalani Bhuntu. Is it difficult to understand? Quick feedback. Are you able to follow slowly? If not perfect understanding, you will appreciate the path you have to take. Yes or no? Huh? Because it's the only way. Nanya Pantha Vidyate Naya. Hari Om Tatsata. We'll meet on Saturday morning. Narayana.